Welcome to iLecture Online. Now that we've learned how to calculate the standard deviation, what do we use it for? What does it mean? What's the meaning of the standard deviation? And on the next video, we'll give you some more examples of what the meaning of it is and what it means if you have a large standard deviation or when you have a small standard deviation. But let's take a look at how it's used in general. Again, we have what we call the normal probability distribution in such a way that if we were to cut the distribution curve in half, you can take the right side and fold it over, and you see that the left side and the right side would be right on top of each other because they look exactly the same. The left side of the curve is similar, the same as the right side of the curve, which makes it a normal distribution, normal probability distribution. We've also identified the mean, and in this case, again, the mean corresponds to the highest probability, where 5 baskets are made out of 10 attempts, which taken a group of 100 randomly picked high school students. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take the mean and add one standard deviation, and we subtract one standard deviation. Remember that the standard deviation we calculated was 0.158. So if we take 5 plus 1.58, we get 6.58. And if we take 5 and subtract 1 sigma, 1.58, we get 3.42. What that means is if we have a normal probability distribution, we can then conclude from the normal distribution principles that 68.3% of all the students will shoot between 3.42 and 6.58 baskets. Now, of course, in reality, that's not possible. It has to be an integer number. But when the differences between the numbers are much smaller, and we'll show you an example of that in a few videos, then the numbers come out quite nicely. So in other words, you expect a little bit more than 2/3 of all the students to score between the mean minus 1 sigma and the mean plus 1 sigma. So we call that plus or minus 1 sigma away from the mean. 2/3, or essentially 2/3, or slightly over 2/3 of all the participants of all the trials will end up in results between those two values. And that's what the key meaning is with the standard deviation. It tells us something about the distribution of the probabilities, how many we can expect. So we can expect that 2/3 of all the students will score between these two numbers of baskets, plus or minus 1 sigma. If we then carry it a little bit farther, we add 2 sigma to the mean and we subtract 2 sigma from the mean. Now we have numbers from 1.84 to 8.16, essentially from 2 to 8. And so you can then say that about 95.4% of all the students will score anywhere from 2 to 8 baskets. 95%, that is the number we can then rely on that says that the results will be plus or minus 2 sigma, that's how we say it. It'll be the mean plus 2 sigma and the mean minus 2 sigma. That is the range that we expect 95% of the students to score in. And then if we take it one more step further and we add 3 sigma to the mean and we subtract 3 sigma from the mean, now we have a range of 0.26 to 9.74, which means that 99.7, that would be 997 out of 1,000 participants, will score between those two probabilities. So in other words, we expect the range to be from 0.26, essentially 0, all the way to 9.74, which is essentially 10, and our normal probability distribution predicts that virtually 100%, almost 100% of students will score within that range of baskets. So that's what we mean by the standard deviation and how we utilize the standard deviation, which gives you a little bit of a feel of what it really means. The standard deviation simply means how the data curve is spread out. Is it narrow? Is it wide? Well, that depends on the value of the standard deviation, and it tells us how it can predict in the future what the number of successes will be, how many baskets will be scored by how many students. On average, that's the statistical determination. Statistically, we can count on that many students making that many baskets based upon the normal probability distribution, the value of the mean, and the value of the standard deviation. So if someone says, tell me what plus or minus 1 sigma is, they essentially tell you, asking you for a range where we expect about 2/3 of all the attempts will fall. If we want to go plus or minus 2 sigma, that gives us the range, the number of attempts that will fall within that range. And if we go plus or minus 3 sigma, it'll be the number of attempts that will fall within that range. And that's what we mean by utilizing the standard deviation.